All right, sorry about that. Seems like every time I do these things, someone calls me on my phone. All right, so let's take a look at example number 4. Now, I put some stuff up here. It started out this way, okay? And then you'll look in the book that they actually rewrote it this way. Well, how in the world did they get from this to this? Well, what they did, if you could, can see it in here? Yeah, okay, we can see it. They took 1 over 1, which is the 1, minus this. Now, in order to do that type of problem, any type of adding or subtracting of fractions, you have to have a common denominator. In this case, the common denominator is going to be x. So we will multiply, we're going to get x, multiply both of those. So we get x over x minus, and then we multiply here, 1 over x. And we end up with, as you can see it, x minus 1 over x. And that's where we got this right here. So take a good look at that, see how we got that. Okay, you'll have to do that again later. But that's how we went from here to here by going the 1 minus 1 over x, coming up with the common denominator. I multiplied this side by x and this side by 1. And here's what I ended up with. Okay, I hope that makes sense to everybody there. All right, so now we just go 1 over x times x over x minus 1. And the x's cross each other out, and you're left with 1 over x minus 1. Okay? Pretty simple right there, huh? If you can get that one step right here, which is, it's no different than adding and subtracting any of the fractions, but you just have to remember how to do that right there. All right? So, let's try an example with this, okay? All right, so we got 1 minus 1 over x plus 1 divided by x over 2x. Okay, so take a look at that one. You can stop the video and go and try that one. Let's see if we can get this one correct right here. All right, so once again, you're going to get 1 minus 1 over x plus 1 divided by x over 2x. Now, here again, we're going to do the, come out here, we're going to get 1 over, well, that'll keep that right there. We get the 1 over 1. Oh, I got that written in there already. All right. So we get x plus 1 over x plus 1, because that's, again, multiplying this to get the common denominator. I multiply this times 1 over 1. Everybody with me? This times this gives me this, and this times this gives me that. And then over here, I multiply 1 times each of these, so I'm going to get 1 over x plus 1, because 1 times 1 is 1, and 1 times x plus 1 is still x plus 1. Now I can do some subtracting, okay? I keep my common denominator, which is going to be x plus 1, and x plus 1 minus 1 is just going to give me good old-fashioned x. Now I can multiply that by the reciprocal over here, which is going to give me 2x over x. Gosh, see any reducing right there? Yep. That becomes a 1. This becomes a 1. And I end up with 2x over x plus 1. That makes sense? Got that? All right, good. All right, last thing that I'm going to share with you. If you look at number 5, or example 5, there's nothing really new there. They just make up a really weird story about, we've played with rate Unfortunately, we don't get to do much with two boats leaving the harbor right now. Okay, rate equals distance times time. In this case here, they actually set everything up for you. You can read the really cool story there. But you end up with 5x, okay, minus 20 over x cubed divided by 3x squared minus 12x, and that's all over 3x, okay? So again, if you follow it, you turn it into a division problem. 5x minus 20 over x cubed minus 3x squared minus 12 over 3x. Actually, that's not minus, that's divide right there, huh? Divide right there. Now, of course, we don't divide. We will multiply by the reciprocal, so we get 5x minus 20 over x cubed times 3x and 3x squared minus 12. Okay? Now, as we look at this here, okay, these are not the same. So we can take something out of there, but right now we need to factor, okay? We're going to need to factor, let's find a green one here, huh? We can take the 5 out of this, and we get x minus 4, and we can take a 3 out of this, and we're going to get 3, and it's going to be x squared minus 4. Oh, did I copy that wrong? I sure did. You knew I couldn't make it all the way through without making one mistake like that, right? That should be 12x, and so this will be 12x. So we can get 3x out of that. So now we can get the x minus 4 there. Okay? You knew I couldn't do this without one mistake of copying something improperly. All right, so the cool thing here is these will cross each other out right there. Okay? Now, so we have 5 times 3x. Oh, and while we've got 3x right here, we'll reduce with the 3x right there. So this is just getting easier and easier and easier. Okay, so we end up with 5. And then we have the x cubed, because everything else here is crossed out, and that's how you get there. All right? Makes sense? Can you see that in the right color? All right. So let's take a look at your homework. Your homework is on page 612. And what we're going to end up doing here, erase this and write the, well, I'll put it up here at the top. Can you see it up here? I don't know if you can. All right. 612, we're doing A through E and 1 through 9. Now I'm going to tell you right now, don't worry about number 8. Forget number 8. This is kind of a neat, weird question, but 7 is not that tough. 7 actually should be real simple. By the way, there's something I forgot to share with you from the very, very beginning. So let me do this because this is important for that particular question. Just a reminder, okay, one of these is an actual number and one of these just simply doesn't exist. Which one of these is a real number and which one of these does not exist? Okay, there's your real number. It is equal to 0. This does not exist. Can't do it, can't have it, does not exist in real life. This one is not a number that you can use. Instead, the term, of course, is undefined. So that'll come in handy, but just a quick reminder of that. All right, sounds good. I will see you tomorrow. Enjoy. We'll see how the math goes after that. For that, the homework from yesterday, just keep it. I will get your numbers from you probably at the end of the week here. All right? Good deal. Bye.